Hmm, I think we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another stream. Today, we'll be continuing Pokerogue once again, as always. This will be our sixth stream, and on the sixth stream, I think this is going to be our, I don't know, attempt number 11 or something like that. Honestly, I've forgotten the count at this point, but yeah. Last time our run, I think, went almost all the way up to the 80th level, as I remember. So yeah, we went pretty close, or I think pretty far than compared to what we had done previously. But yeah, we still need to climb a lot to get through in this game. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue a new run. By the way, we also caught 2 shinies in the previous run, as you can see over here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyways, so far we have found that Qfin seems to be a very good early game Pokemon because of his bulk. He's always paired well with a Growl Pokemon, which I chose to be Starly in the previous run. And then we have also caught some other Pokemon like Pineco, for example, which is cool. We also have Zangoose as an option as well this time around, so we can definitely play around with strong options like these two. Though for now, I think we should just go with what we know works for our party, and yeah. Unfortunately, it seems like I can't see their moves at the very beginning of the game. Oh no, actually we can. So Seviper's starting moves are Wrap, Swagger, and Bite. And Zangoose gets Scratch, Quick Attack, and Leer. Okay, that's a fine looking moveset to me. So I think what we're gonna do this time around is probably take at least the first 2 Pokemon that we have already taken before. And maybe I slot in either Zangoose or Seviper. I'm not too sure. We also kind of really struggled because we didn't have a water type last time to deal with the fire type Pokemon that we have been facing. And I feel like the grass type areas are usually the best matchup that we have found for our team. So maybe it's time we take a water type Pokemon with us. But now the question is, which water type should we take with us? I think the best one is probably Poplio. It also gives us a fairy type, which we also struggled to get last time. So yeah, I think with this team of 3, yeah, let's go ahead and start this attempt number 11 or whatever attempt this is. And yeah, so I think for the most part we have figured out what to do in this game to succeed. But yeah, I'm still looking to get past the early game hell that we have been stuck in this game for some time. But yeah, that's what we're gonna try and accomplish this time around, and yeah, then let's see if we can win. But yeah, I think as I remember watching this game all the way back when it first came out, I think 2 years ago, I think there are 200 levels for this game. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I remember very little about this game as well. So don't take, don't just take my word for it. But anyways, okay, so Flip Turn's an amazing move that I would love to give to my Pokemon, but not gonna lie, that Rare Candy also sounds really nice, because yeah, early game leveling is kind of important. Flip Turn can be useful, but I guess it's gonna be a gimmick at the end of the day, so let me just use this on, I think let's use it on Starly, because I feel like that's what we're gonna be using once we get the option to get double battles in, because yeah, that's what we've been doing. So we're gonna try and get the double battles as much as possible, because that allows us to level up 2 Pokemon instead of just 1 Pokemon. And yeah, that's kind of important because most of my early game runs have been failing because I've struggled to level up my Pokemon. And so yeah, because of that, we're gonna focus on getting specifically that problem out of the way. And yeah, level up at least 2 Pokemon so that we have always some answers to our opponents. Now, is Starly the best partner for Qfin? Probably not. I think something like a Gyarados would be a perfect partner for Qfin, but you also don't really get that thing early on. So, there's that too. Also, that lick from, I think it was Fido, right? Yeah. That's gonna suck, but oh well, nothing we can do about that. All we can do now is just roll out here, and then I think it's just quick attack or tackle. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, okay, critical hit, we'll definitely take that. Okay, I think I need to switch out Qfin because Qfin at this point is -3 attack while Starly is -2. So yeah, both of these Pokemon need to switch out. Honestly, I feel like another thing that we need to do in this game is just catch as many Pokemon as we can. That way we get more options for starter Pokemon. Not to mention, I feel like the way this game is supposed to work is that whenever you reach a new area, you just catch a Pokemon there. Rather than, you keep the Pokemon you have already caught and then you level them up. That usually has not worked in this game. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's what we should be trying to focus on. But anyways, okay, at least we got, Qfint and Starly to level 6, which is good. Unfortunately, Popplio seems to be like, it seems like he's going to be falling behind. But anyways, okay, I'm just going to take this full heal because, yeah, I'm not going to lie, money conservation has also been a major problem this entire run. But anyway, let me just do this before we switch Starly out. And, yeah. Let's see if Qfint can keep the, rollout spree going. So I'm not gonna lie, he's -4 attack, so this probably won't do anything. Unless, yeah, this was a high level, a high level rollout. But anyways. Okay, I think it's time to switch out to Popplio and Qfint. And I think I'll just growl here again, just so that, Popplio and Qfint don't end up taking too much damage here. And yeah, then I'm going to switch Starly out for Qfint and switch Starly back in for Popplio, maybe? Or do I just keep Popplio in? That's also a, good question to answer. But anyways, let me just Water Gun here. And yeah, switch Starly out for Qfint. Yeah, we want Qfint and Starly to level up pretty quickly. They both evolve at the same level as we found in the last stream. Both evolve at 34. So that's definitely good to know. But anyways, okay, I think we are just good here. And honestly, now that I think about it, we could probably even level up Popplio as well. He also has Growl, which is what I want as a partner for, Qfint. So that's a good, trait to have. Although Leer probably will make me, switch Popplio out because, yeah, Popplio has terrible physical defense, far as I remember. He's, like, this Pokemon is more of a specially bulky Pokemon or a special tank. Okay, well, that critical hit could have saved us a turn, but oh well, it is what it is, dude. I just hope that we get it next time when we actually need it. But anyways, let's see. Okay, money has been a major issue in this game, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like I should probably... Actually, if you're gonna use Popplio in the lead, let's just, level up Starly. I think this is the best, use for our, our turn of the items, because while yes, the nugget would give me some money, later down the line the nugget's value actually increases. So I feel like it's probably better to take it later than right now. But anyways, let me just Water Gun this guy down. He's also gonna knock me into torrent range now, so that's something. So unless she has, or unless this guy has some good Pokemon in the back, we should be fine, I think. Rattata. Okay, that might KO me, but let's see. Okay, yeah, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, Torrent is not enough, so it is what it is, dude. But anyways, hopefully this should be enough to get the KO here, and yeah. Then I think we're golden. Alright, cool. Although now that I think about it, probably should have just switched in Qfint over here. But anyways, let me just get some healing right here. Okay, Confide. What does this do? Oh, just to lower special attack. Alright, that's not useful to me, so just gonna heal this. And I feel like we should heal Starly too, though I'm not too sure. Starly's kinda close to the level cap. I'm gonna hold off on healing for now and just, wait for the next opportunity to arise. Okay, Young Goose. I'm gonna quick attack once because this guy has the ability, yeah, this dude has an ability called Stakeout, which if you don't know what that does, if you switch out in front of a Stakeout Pokemon, whatever Pokemon comes in next will take, like, I think either 50% more damage or... Like, it takes a massive amount of extra damage, basically, from that move that that Pokemon gets hit with when it's switching in. So yeah, I need to always be careful of that one. But anyways, okay, cool. I think Starly early on evolving him is gonna be useful, which is why I'm gonna, get levels on him. But anyways, oh, Adamant Mint. I think I should take this on Starly, right? Or maybe I should take it on Q-Fin because I think my Q-Fin has a minus attack nature. Honestly, who is going to be more useful? I think Starly is probably more useful, right? Okay, let's get it on Starly. But anyways, okay. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know what Adamant does, it basically gives you a nature that raises your special attack, or like raises your physical attack by 10% at the cost of negative special attack, or like, you know, reducing your special attack by 10%. Which obviously Starly is perfect for such a role, considering, you know, Starly is basically, what do you call it? Starly is a physical attacker with the terrible special attack. But anyways, okay, that was the, you know, good case scenario for us. Okay, let's water gun here. You just pray for no paras, though I'm not gonna lie, that lick is doing surprisingly high amount of damage. But anyways, let's see. Okay, we're good. Alright, well that's definitely good. That should allow both Poplio and you know, Starly to get some good XP. Okay, great. Let's see what she has. Picky Peck. Do you think I die in one hit to anything? Let's see. Okay, I don't. Though that no, I think I would have survived a crit anyway. Okay, that's cool. Okay, this time we actually have leveled up efficiently, not gonna lie. The Q-Fin is falling a little bit behind on levels, but I think that's fine for now. It's not a big deal. But anyways, okay, cool. And yeah, with that we have dealt with the rival at the very least, and you know, at least in our first encounter. But yeah. Anyways, by the way, I should probably from the next run increase the speed at which these fights go, I believe. That would be a, I think, decent choice. But anyways, I think let's heal Starly, because why not? Also Scatterbug. Do I have Pokeballs? I do have 5 Pokeballs. Could catch this Pokemon, but I'm not sure when Vivillon evolves exactly, so maybe this is just a decent time to just switch in Q-Fin and just get some levels on him too. Or her. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's just get that rollout, you know, what do you call it, build up on this Pokemon. Because I think most this Pokemon can do is String Shot, which I don't really care for. Because yeah, Q-Fin is slow. I'm pretty sure whatever boss Pokemon we're gonna face, it's probably gonna be faster than Q-Fin anyways. And it's more of Q-Fin's steel typing giving us a type advantage against the, you know, boss's attacks that, you know, what we rely on. But anyways, okay, so down goes the Scatterbug. That obviously didn't give us too much XP because Scatterbug is like, it's supposed to be a weak Pokemon, but anyways. You know what, I think I'll just take the healing on, let's just take it on Poplio, why not? And the boss Pokemon is a freaking Sunkern. Oh, but it has a passive ability of Drought. Could be useful, I suppose, but I don't know. Do we get to keep that passive ability, or is that just for this one boss fight? Honestly, I'm not too sure if I can be honest. But anyways, let's just hit this dude. Also, we need a Sunstone to evolve this into a Sunflora, right? So it's probably not even worth it to, you know, keep this Pokemon in. Because a Sunkern, it literally has... Yeah, like even if it has solar power, I don't think this is the best Pokemon to keep in on the team. So yeah, I think I'll just let this thing faint. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure its only attack is Absorb, which we resist that. So I don't think this thing can do anything until it goes to +4 right now. And luckily we don't even let it fire off any attacks. But anyways, cool. So with that, the Q-Fin gets decent XP. We get 2 XP charms, my god. Honestly, you know what, we kind of need those, to be honest. So I'm not going to complain too much about, you know, getting XP charms this much. But anyways. Alright, so Buneri and Sentret. I mean, you know, I'm not going to start talking about, you know, Buneri. You know, everybody knows what this Pokemon evolves into, I think, at this point. But is it a decent Pokemon for the team? That's the big question. Oh my god, Frustration, huh? Okay, that looks like a full-powered Frustration to me as well, because that did a lot of damage for a move that was resisted. Oh my god. Okay, maybe multiple growls are needed here, dude, not gonna lie, because that was scary as shit. But anyways, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna growl. I think otherwise these Pokemon are way too dangerous right now. Okay. Yeah, just gonna growl again, that's fine. Hopefully, you know, Q-Fin builds up his attack really quickly, because we kind of need it right now. Holy crap, dude. Also gonna probably need to heal Starly after this too. But anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god. I think these two are gonna probably try and take out Starly, so I'm just gonna switch out because yeah, I think one thing that we definitely get punished on in this game is to let Pokemon faint. Yeah, that is like a huge punish. Also, Sentret used some negative priority move, right? Because it was faster than everything before. But now it's going last, I think. Let's see what it used. Scratch. Okay, interesting. I don't know why Sentret went, last this time around. I thought it was faster than everything. Oh well, it is what it is, dude. I will definitely take this one-hit KO. But anyways. Okay, so far so good. Nothing really bad happened over there, which is good to know. But anyways, okay, let's see. What do we get? A nugget. Okay, so I think we should probably just heal both of Starly and Qfent over here. And then I think I'll take the nugget to, compensate for myself for the, money that I lost. But anyways, okay, roll out the Pidgey while I think I growl the Bidoof. Okay, cool. Okay, oh my god, that's probably super luck Bidoof, right? I don't know, that's what I assume usually. If a Bidoof scores a critical hit, it's probably super luck. But I don't know, could be just a, normal unlucky critical hit for me. Would be the, most, far away removed thing for me at least. But anyways. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been sleeping on Bidoof. I think this could be a useful Pokemon because, yeah, B-Battle with Simple and Curse/Swords Dance and Aqua Jet could be pretty scary, dude. Also, why did I click Growl? I should have clicked Water Gun. That probably would have just resulted in a... Okay, never mind. No, I think Growl was the correct play. I don't think Bidoof would have died to that combo anyway. Plus, we need to reduce the damage Poplio takes over here anyway. Okay, oh my god. I think Bidoof might be going for rollouts as well. At least that's what I'm inferring from this one because, yeah, I think Bidoof does learn rollout and, yeah, Defense Curl. If you don't know, if you use Defense Curl just before you use rollout, yeah, rollout does double damage. Yeah, fun fact about the rollout over there. But anyways. Okay, let's see if we can, get past this area at the very least. I don't know, what level is Starly? Is it level 8? Okay, well, Poplio is level 9, and now we get the priority Aqua Jet, which we'll take. Yeah, we don't really need Pound right now, if I can be honest. It doesn't really serve any purpose. But anyways, okay, so far I would say our team's combo, at least type-wise, is fine. Okay, should I get a lower? No, I still have some turns of Super Potion left, so, or super lower. So I'm going to take this X attack. Okay, a boss fight. Let's see. Okay, a Pokemon Breeder. Breeder Lydia. Isn't this a trainer in Gen 3 between Verdant Turf and... Okay, Tyrogue, the fighting type Pokemon. Alright, well, we need to switch out over here. But, yeah. Like, isn't Breeder Lydia a trainer between Verdant Turf and Marvel in, Gen 3 games? I think she is. Okay, well, at least, we're seeing some of the, trainers make back into this game too. But anyways, okay, Tyrogue is down. What's next? Toxel. Oh, that's poison type. And electric type too, which is not exactly ideal for my team. Okay, well, I suppose we should just go for tackle here. Okay, static. Okay, never freaking mind. Okay, never mind. It's just going for paralysis. Okay, I think I'm just gonna... Never mind. That was a bad idea. I might get punished for that, but... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go to Qfent. Unfortunately, I don't think I can avoid paralysis in this fight. Because, yeah, this thing is just gonna spam Nuzzle. There's not much I can do about that. All I can do is just pray that it doesn't score a critical hit. But anyway, yeah, let's just use Tackle here to try and deal with this before we start going for rollouts. Okay, oh my god, now I should have used rollout because, yeah, that flail is gonna hit very hard. Okay, cool. And now I just need to hope that whatever Breeder Lydia has in the back, I can deal with it with my Poplio. And Budew, sadly, is not a Pokemon I can deal with Poplio. Okay, oh my god, dude, that's not cool. The Budew is doing a, low amount of damage. Though, unfortunately, he has the advantage of this over here, which is not great. Okay, oh my god. Yeah, we need some luck over here. Also, Badu is taking like no damage. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm dead to the next absorb. I need some damage over here. Never freaking mind, dude. Okay, Starly's on 5 health. I'm not sure how much this, what do you call it, absorb is gonna do. Okay, 3 damage. So I think I can survive one more if I don't get crit. Because yeah, I will be slower here because of the paralysis, and I need this wing attack to land. Never mind, that crit might have just killed this run too. Oh my god, talk about bad luck, dude. Oh well, now what do we do? I have disarming voice, but this is a poison type, so it's not gonna take any damage from that. Well, in that case, water gun is the best way to do it, but I think I just lost this run. Yeah, there's no way I can beat this without, Starly getting that wing attack on this thing. Alrighty then, never freaking mind. That was a bad start. But anyways, back to the drawing board, I suppose. I would really like to get an option to just forfeit a run in this game, just that we don't have to watch our Pokemon die over and over again. But yeah, oh well, it is what it is, dude. Some unlucky critical hits and some, static, what do you call it, spam. Yeah, that can end a run. Not a big deal though. It was early game, so at least it's not as bad as last time. But anyways, okay, back over here. Do I switch out Q-Fin for something else? I'm not gonna lie, the steel typing is really helping a lot. Because this normal attack, normal offense is very common, and it's nice to have, some answers to normal type attacks. But I'm not too sure. Maybe that is a problem, and I should probably deal with it. But anyways, what else can we use? You know what? Let's just switch out. I think I've been doing the Q-Fin strat way too much. Let's just start using some Pokemon like these, for example, which have very high stats. I think let's enter a Seviper. If you can get a Magikarp to evolve into Gyarados, that would be an amazing Pokemon. But it costs so much points to get this thing on the team, so I'm not sure if that's worth it. Why not? Let's just take some risks. Why not? How will we have fun in this game if we don't do that? But anyways, okay, now I only have 3 points, right? So I can take a level 2, or I get a number 2 Pokemon, and number 1 Pokemon, or I can take just a single number 3. I think my vote will probably go towards the number 3. I think that's probably more useful. But which one will take the spot? Honestly, I don't think there's any starters that we have left out at this point that we haven't used, except for Chikorita. And I think we also didn't use Squirtle, right? I don't remember if I used Squirtle or not, but yeah, I think we have used pretty much every other starter. Maybe not even Piplup. I think we used Turtwig though once. Although I don't remember, if I can be honest. But to be honest, this would be a good, good Pokemon to have on the team anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how this particular run goes. So this time we don't have a normal type, resistance on the team. But we do have a Pokemon with very high stats for the early game. So let's see if those help us win. But anyways, okay, so Viper should allow us to at least get to this part really easily. So do I just use Lure or do I use Rare Candy? I think Lure might be worth it, though I think I can definitely take the Rare Candy and put it on Magikarp. Let's try and evolve Magikarp, as soon as possible. But, Seviper deals with all of this riffraff right here. But anyways. Okay, Ultra Ball this early, huh? Okay, we also get Super Lure though, which is probably more useful right now. So yeah, let's just take that. Also, we get Akins. Alright, I mean, my strategy doesn't change here. We just click Bite again. Oh, this Pokemon, I think if we can catch, this would be a decent Pokemon, I suppose. But this one has Shed Skin, right? This doesn't even have Intimidate. So I think I'll ignore this one. If you can find an Akins with Intimidate, that would be probably more useful. But anyways, Endeavor, X Accuracy. Let's take X Accuracy, why not? Spinnerack, alright dude, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. What are your guys' opinion on Ariados, by the way? Or Ariados? Personally, I don't think it's a very good Pokemon, but maybe that's just me. But anyways, but I would say Ariados looks pretty cool. So, there's that, I suppose. Okay, a rare candy. We take all that and put it on Magikarp, because Magikarp is going to struggle to level up. Anyway, what do we have? Last Lisa. Alright. Well, we have a, gym leader named Lisa. Not sure about a normal trainer that has that same name, but anyways, okay, bite here. Alright. Defense card. Alright, well, luckily at least, Survivor can help us get through this part at the very least easily. So I'm not gonna lie, I probably need to keep an eye on the bite PP that we have. But yeah, other than that, I think we are good for now. And yeah, we just keep pumping all of our, rare candies on Magikarp, so that, Magikarp can evolve into Gyarados. Alrighty then, okay, maybe another rare candy. Okay, egg voucher and special attack. We don't have a special attacker on the team, so I think we just take the egg voucher then, right? Super Lure is still active. So I'm not sure, I'm not gonna lie, I have still no idea what, that thing actually does, the egg voucher. I've collected several of them throughout this entire game, but I have no idea what it does. By the way, Immaculate Flinch by Survivor. Yeah, that probably saved us some HP, if I can be honest. But anyways, okay, please give me some rare candies. Okay, X Scissor. Can anybody learn this? Oh, Survivor can learn it. Okay, well, why not? That's a good coverage move for Psychic-type Pokemon, if you can find them early on. I don't think we need Lake Right, although it could be a decent move to catch certain Pokemon with. So I guess, okay, to be honest, you know what? Let's just get rid of Swagger. I know it is a busted move, but it is a busted move when it actually makes the opponent hit themselves. If they don't hit themselves, well, then we are in trouble. But anyway, let's see if X-Scissor can one-shot this. Okay, no, barely not. So in this scenario, Bite was the better move because we could get, the 20% flinch on it. Whereas X-Scissor, it's not even a high crit move, which is a bit strange to be honest. I did, thought when I first saw, okay, can anybody learn Iron Head? My god, everything Survivor can learn. But to be honest, Iron Head is not something that we need because Survivor is a poison type. So yeah, we're just gonna put that point into, Magikarp again. Okay, so here's our first rival fight of this one. Last time we were able to get through this at the very least. Unfortunately, on the, second area only we got screwed by paralysis, so that was pretty bad. But anyways. Okay, my god. I'm not gonna lie, our rival has not chosen a starter like this before. Not that I'm gonna complain. It's good to have, our rival choose Pokemon like this, which we can easily just destroy in a single hit. But anyways, let's see how far Survivor can carry this run. Okay, obviously we're not clicking X-Scissor on this. This is it. I would love to get some flinches, dude. Okay, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, while Survivor's offensive stats might be pretty high, its defenses are definitely already showing signs of, being pretty weak, not gonna lie. But anyways, do I keep Wrap? I don't think Wrap is a very good move on Survivor anyway, because Survivor is not the bulky type. It's a bit weird considering he's a snake. You would think that a snake with, scaly bodies would be pretty bulky to, damage. But I suppose he's just, a regular snake. He's not like an anaconda or something like that. Yeah, anacondas, dude, they can survive bites from jaguars, of all things. Like, the only thing that can possibly pose a threat to them is crocodiles, which, hey man, like, there's no shame in, being threatened by crocodiles. They are literally the most powerful creatures among the reptile faction, I would say. No, not no. What do you think is the strongest reptile in the world? Poison Tail is barely weaker than X-Scissor, but Poison Tail has a high chance to crit, unlike X-Scissor. Again, very weird that that's the case, but hey man. In this case, the numbers are definitely in favor of Poison Tail. But anyways, okay, I'll take the Nugget, why not? No, I'm not gonna lie, one of the things that we definitely struggle with in this game, or at least I have struggled with, is money. Okay, oh wait, we don't have a normal type this run, right? Or do we? Yeah, we don't even have a normal type. Do I just catch this? Let's see if we can catch it. Okay, never mind. I think I need to weaken this a little bit more. In that case, let's see. Let's use bite, see if that kills. Oh, never mind. It just killed him. Okay, and also Survivor hit the level cap this time around too. Alright, I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna need to switch out Magikarp from the, second slot that we have. Also, we have used that lure, and yeah, we didn't find a single Pokemon. What do you call it in double battles? But anyways, okay, here's Survivor and Magikarp. Our level 9 Magikarp. But anyway, can Magikarp actually do anything? I don't think so. Anyways, we definitely attack the Zigzagoon. Do I just splash just to take a hit? Because yeah, my Turtwig is kind of low level right now, so it can't really do anything to survive hits from these Pokemon. So I'm not gonna lie, I would love to catch the Rockruff. So one thing that I would definitely like to know about Rockruff is, how does this Pokemon work exactly? Because Rockruff has 3 evolutions. So how do you get them? Because Lycanroc, Night form, I don't know what the Knight's name is. I know there's one Dawn form. Dawn form like, what is it called? Dawn Lycanroc or something like that. Then the Night one, and then there's the Dusk form Lycanroc. Like, how do you get the Dusk form? Considering in regular Pokemon games. Okay, oh boy. That was a lot of damage. But anyway, let me just try and catch this Rockruff just so that we have a Pokemon, other than Magikarp that can actually handle opponents on the team. But anyways, okay, let's see. This hopefully should be enough. Oh, that's a critical capture. Right? Oh yeah, that was a critical capture. Okay. Also, we have a minus speed Rockruff. Okay, never mind. That's bad. Unless this evolves into the Night form, because I think Night form Lycanroc is slow, right? It's the Dusk and Dawn form that are faster and are frailer. But anyways, let's just heal Rockruff. Okay, oh my god, why can't I switch to Rockruff? Oh, here we go. Okay, and then we do this. Okay, cool. Alright, we're getting a boss fight already. Oh, it's a fighter. Battle Girl Andrea, okay. A weird name if you ask me, but anyways, okay, Croagunk. Well, that Pokemon resists all my moves. In that case, we just go with the Poison Tail. It resists all my move, but I should also resist both of its stabs, right? Unless it has something. Oh, it has Mud Slap. Oh boy, that's gonna be a problem. Well, considering how valuable Survivor is for me, I think we switch out here. So unfortunately, I do not know how I can actually threaten this Pokemon. Because what is Turtwig gonna do? Turtwig is lower level than Croagunk, and also only has, I think, Tackle to deal with this thing. Why this thing threatens me with Poison Sting, which probably is gonna do decent damage because yeah, this thing is higher level than me. Anyways, okay, oh my god, that does nothing. Okay, well, let's see what Rockruff can do. Hopefully Croagunk doesn't have a fighting type move. Let's see. Because if Poison Sting is the only move it has, then Rockruff should be good. Well, unless it gets poisoned, that is, which is bad, but oh well. Okay, let's see if we can do something here. Let's tackle. Okay, no, this thing has Mud Slap, I forgot. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, how do we deal with this? Because my only other Pokemon is Magikarp, which doesn't even have a move, by the way, to hit this thing. Okay, let's see if Magikarp can bait anything else but Mud Slap from this thing. Okay, hopefully it doesn't bait Mud Slap and instead baits, Poison Sting, so that Survivor can come in and just kill this. Oh, she withdrew herself. Okay. Oh, she has a Meditite. Okay, oh my god, this could be risky. Okay, that might do a lot of damage. Okay, oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Anyways, Poison Tail, that should be enough to, KO Meditite and then give me some levels. Okay, cool. And then we get Faint, which is a priority move, but we don't need it. So it is what it is, dude. Okay, cool. Yeah, not gonna lie, I probably should have leveled up my other Pokemon too. Okay, Scraggy. This Pokemon is scary, not gonna lie. Dark Fighting. Okay. Oh, okay, oh my god, that might just KO Survivor. Oof. Okay, then how do we deal with this? Does Rockruff? No. But then again, how do we deal with Krogan? That's another question then. Because if Rockruff, if Rockruff cannot deal with it, then how can I deal with this? Okay. Let's just use Leafage. See if we can do anything with that. Not really. We are slower and it just KOs us. Okay, well that is bad, dude. Tackle. Okay, I think we just lost. Okay, oh my god, 2 runs in a row that have lost in this just one area because we didn't have the Pokemon to deal with it. So to be fair, I also used my rare candies on Magikarp while not leveling anybody else, so that's kind of my fault as well. But anyways, back to the drawing board again. Alright, I think we should probably just stick to the Qfint strategy then, huh? Although to be honest, how would the Qfint and Seviper go together? Because technically I could pair them both together. So personally speaking, I think Seviper is kind of a bad pick because it doesn't do anything in the late game. It's only really decent as an early game Pokemon. Alrighty then. I guess we could just, take our previous combo. And let's do this. And then, I don't know, no, maybe we take, I think we should take a water starter personally. Though I guess we can also take Chikorita, why not? Yeah, sure, why not? It would give me some bulky answers. And then I think we can even add, can we add a water type to the team? Unfortunately, no, that's not on the options. Well, we can add a fairy type. I guess that's not a bad idea, right? Because we kind of are weak to fighting a little bit. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Let's take that. Let's see if this team can do it. Oh, wait, what happened? Okay, well, a bit weird. I don't know why they allowed me to spam that much, but anyways. Okay, Cherubi. I guess one of the few grass types that is actually worse than, Chikorita, but it is what it is, dude. But anyways, okay, cool. So yeah, let's just keep building our rollout strategy and yeah, see if this can allow us to get through early game. Personally, I think probably should avoid using Pokemon like Magikarp. I think I should just focus on catching either Gyarados directly or yeah, just not getting Magikarp early game. Because yeah, otherwise I don't think I can manage all of the offenses that are coming my way. But anyways, okay, Growl here. Also probably should get a little bit better at XP management too. Because yeah, that has also been a major problem. Not gonna lie. But anyways. That should hopefully just one-shot the Fletchling. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a weak Pokemon, so here's what it is, dude. But anyways, how are you all doing? I am doing, fine. I could have taken a holiday by the way tomorrow, today, but I decided not to because one of my office friends is, they were having a farewell today. It was their last working day, and since, we were friends, I decided not to take a holiday. And yeah, it was a decent day, to be honest. But anyways, can anybody learn this? Oh, Qfint can learn Brutal Swing. Okay, cool. I think doubles that hits everybody, right? So we probably can't just spam it, like crazy. But anyways, okay, let's just attack the Yungoos while just growling it. Okay, Vismon actually can completely avoid the, damage reduction of Growl because of soundproof, okay. Okay, oh my god, we missed our rollout too. And Yungoos is weakening Starly for Whismur, oh boy. That would be bad, but anyways, although Whismur is going for Astonish for some reason, okay, whatever dude. I'll just Growl again, why not? Even if we can't weaken Whismur, at least we can, weaken Yungoos. Which honestly might be a bigger threat with Stakeout as an ability. Anyways, okay, oh my god, our accuracy with rollout is finally starting to show, dude. Okay, Growl again. Although, hold on, Brutal Swing also reduces your attack stat, right? So I can just spam that with Qfint. Obviously, the problem is that Brutal Swing also hits our Pokemon too, I think. So, that's a bad thing as well. But anyways, how much does it do? Okay, not enough, I would say. Also, Yungoos is seriously weakening Starly. I think I should just switch out here before, Visma decides to attack Starly. Okay, oh my god. Okay, roll out this and then let's switch to Chikorita. Why not? Oh, hi, Hollow. How's it going, dude? I saw your post on the illusory things that you were doing. Are you done with that video, or you're still in the process of editing it? Okay, I think it should be fine. I was just trying to correct chat a little bit. But yeah, anyways, okay. Oh, alright, well, that's pretty cool. How hard was it, though? Because, yeah, like, the elucidating challenge can be pretty hard, especially with how, jank-filled Dark Souls 2 is, personally speaking. Congrats, dude. To be honest, yeah, that must have been pretty hard, not gonna lie. Like, there are definitely some areas. Cause, like, I think in order to get both rings in the same run, you need to, like, not sit at a bonfire at all and also not die. Because I think one of the rings require you to not die, right? And the other one requires you to not, sit on a bench? Or, like, a bonfire. Been playing Silksong too much, which is why I'm confusing bonfire with bench. Not gonna lie, I actually expected rollout to do a lot more. I guess its counter does reset. Dragon Shrine. Oof. Yeah, that would be pretty, demoralizing. I can understand that. Yeah, that would be extremely brutal. But hey, at least you got it done now. So at least that's good, I suppose. What killed you in Dragon Shrine, though? Like, did you try to fight those, what are those dragon guys called exactly? Like, the ones that use the Dragon Torso Stone to transform themselves into those dragon-like warriors? I don't really know their name, if I can be honest. Oh, the giant mace. Oh, yeah, I can understand. Right? Yeah, those guys have a move that I have seen that, can stun lock you. Oh, yeah, that must have been painful. But then again, yeah, that's something we have to do anyway in order to, stop those guys from killing us. It's fine, though. At least you got it this time around, I would say. So, hey, man, at least you have been able to put that behind. Really looking forward to that video, dude. But yeah, what is your next challenge for your channel? Because, finally you have brought Dark Souls 2 on the channel again. Because I would say you definitely gave that game a lot longer of a break, I would say. Honestly, how many challenges are you still left with doing? Like, the ones that might be on top of your head. Not gonna lie, this Venipede is getting a lot of poison luck, if I can be honest. But anyways, we're gonna just take it out here. I'm considering putting Breloom on the team again, but I'm not sure if that's a good choice, personally speaking. I guess I can try to catch it once, but honestly, not gonna lie, having two Pokemon, what do you call it, status is kind of bad. But anyways, yeah, I guess I can keep this Pokemon, why not? Though again, a minus speed nature, that's pretty bad, but I will try and make it work. Should I try and catch the Spinnerack as well? I personally don't think so. So, although now I think we'll be going, getting back into the rival fight. I think it's usually happening on this side. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of blanked out in the middle. But anyways, see, anybody needs healing? To be honest, all of our Pokemon can use a heal, but I think I'll just take the X attack. Hopefully Qfen doesn't get too much paralyzed. That way we should be able to just roll out our way through this one. Let's see how this one goes. To be honest, the past two runs have been ended pretty early. Oh, Uchigatana build. Okay. That would be pretty cool too. Can the Uchigatana do that, what do you call it, parry that was taken away from Elden Ring? You know, that... what do you call it, this heavy, I think it's the heavy variant of the sheath, I don't remember. But yeah, that would be cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably my favorite parry in the, Dark Souls games, the parry with the katana. Not sure why it was taken away from Elden Ring, but oh well, what can you do, I suppose. But yeah. By the way, yeah, one question to you, Hollow, would be, what is your preferred, what do you call it, Souls game? Do you prefer Dark Souls 3 more, or do you prefer Elden Ring more? Or maybe you like Dark Souls 2 more? I'm not gonna lie, this run is kind of looking bad, not gonna lie. Like, we have two Pokemon poisoned over here, and yeah. Dark Souls 2 and 3. So you like 2 and 3 equally, huh? I mean, I'm gonna guess that, from your channel, what do you call it? The way you have uploaded a lot more of Dark Souls 3, compared to Dark Souls 2, you probably like 3 more. Although I remember you also said that the reason you don't upload Dark Souls 2 is because there's another channel who has, basically played that game to death as well. And people like DS3 more. I'm not gonna lie, I also prefer DS3 over DS2, but I'm not like those people who would say that Dark Souls was a terrible game, to be honest. I think it kind of gets a lot more, unnecessary hate, personally speaking. But yeah, I mean, if you were to ask me, I personally prefer 3 over 2. I don't know, maybe I just prefer the combat of 3 more, to be honest. Yeah, I would say Dark Souls 2 definitely has a lot more build variety, though to be honest, in terms of build variety, hard to beat Elden Ring in that regard. So to be honest, is that a fair comparison, considering, Elden Ring is like, what, almost 8 years older than, Elden Ring? Or sorry, like Dark Souls 2? Yeah. To be honest, for the age of the game, and considering Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, yeah, Dark Souls 2 is what do you call it? Openness, and its you know build variety is very good, I would say, for its time at the very least. By the way, do you have any plans of ever playing what do you call it, Night Train? It recently got its DLC too, right? I'm not gonna lie, I personally have not followed Night Train at all, if I can be honest. I wasn't too much into it because, well, it was a multiplayer only game, and also they were like, no duos for some bizarre reason. And I'm not gonna lie, that was really a off-putting point. Though at least now you can do, what do you call it, duos, so that's, good. You bought the deluxe version of that game, huh? By the way, yeah, I was also looking at its Steam page. Does the deluxe version have the DLC for the, Night Train, or does it not even have that? I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of concerning to me when I was looking at the game, because I did not see anything on the deluxe version saying that, you get the DLC with that game. And I'm not gonna lie, man, after, what do you call it, getting the Handsome Collection for Borderlands 2 and finding out that, you don't get all the DLCs with it. Yeah, I'm always skeptical of such things, if I can be honest. Which, by the way, in Borderlands 2, that's a major problem, considering without all the DLCs, you actually cannot access one of the DLCs that you actually pay for in Handsome Collection. So, yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. I guess Night Train, because it's like a roguelike game, kind of like what I'm doing right now, it also kind of doesn't fit your, what do you call it, channel's theme. Xbox gets it, huh? I guess if Xbox is getting it, then probably Steam version also gives you the DLC, okay. I may have to look it up sometime. We still have some time before, I need to buy it. But I'm not sure whether I'll buy it or not. Because, like, the friend that I was thinking of playing that game with says he's not really, into Elden Ring anymore. And he would just skip the game. Plus, he is more like I don't know, he's more into grindy games like Slay the Spire and Path of Exile. So, I don't know if he'll ever get it. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, my phone is always falling off, which is why I have to constantly adjust it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I need to set up restream for my streams over here so that I can just have the chat pop up on the screen rather than need to look on my phone on the other side. Because I'm not gonna lie, this stream especially right now, yeah, okay, hopefully it doesn't. Alright, there we go, that should be good. Yeah, alright, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've been just trying to adjust it with one hand, which is getting pretty difficult. But anyways, okay, oh my god, they're giving us soul due. Hey man, if you can ever get a freaking, what do you call it, Ladios or Ladias, yeah, sure man, definitely can make use of that. But anyways, is my lore already out? Not even sure why we're getting single battles now. But anyways, hopefully that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Alright. I'm not sure if I should try and catch this Shinx though. I guess it could be a decent Pokemon. I don't really have, I think, an electric type on the team, right? So I guess it would be fine. I'm not gonna lie, throughout this entire run, while Sheer Force is a great ability and all, its effect of removing the Rock Smash's defense drop is, I'm not gonna lie, it has been biting me in the ass, if I can be honest, throughout this these runs that I've been doing. But anyways, let's just catch this. I think adding an electric type to the team is fine, because my water type answer is kind of only just this one Chikorita, which I am not gonna lie, don't really trust too much. But anyways, okay. I guess I can take the X speed. I don't really need Pokeballs right now. Alright, cool. Okay. By the way, Hollow, if you're still in the chat, do you like any other games, other than Souls games to do builds on? I don't like kind of like what do you call it? Making build varieties in Souls games is kind of like the popular thing, so that's probably the correct thing. But yeah, like, are there any other games that you like, in terms of build variety? Oh, actually, I just noticed the reason why Chikorita was able to do that much damage was because of Overgrow. I was thinking why it was able to do so much damage suddenly, but yeah, that makes sense. It was low HP. I think I'll take X speed, why not? Being faster than your opponent never hurts. But anyways, let's roll out this. I don't really want to keep this in. Oh. I mean, if you are looking for a game with a lot of build variety, there's a game. Have you ever heard of the Fallout franchise? Because Fallout 3, New Vegas, and I think even 4 has a lot of build variety that you can go for. Like, there are several people that I've seen that have made like insane types of builds in those games. Are they as challenging as Souls games though? No, not really. But if you ever want to diversify your channel outside of Souls games, then yeah, I would say those are definitely worth your I think worth your time exploring. Plus, like, you've been currently just stuck with the Souls game that From Software have made. Did you ever consider looking at some other Souls games that other developers have made? Like at one point you asked me about the Lies of P, but there are also like others, like Kazan, for example, is a decent game. Although I'm not sure if Kazan has a lot of build variety because I've not played it. I guess it is not for everybody. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, by the way, another thing that I remember noticing on your channel is apparently you just grind a lot for all the items that you get. Like, is there an issue with using save editors or something like that? Like, when I was doing PCR on SL1 hitless, I'm not gonna lie, I use save editor to give myself the rune arcs, because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, not having a lot of not having the ability to always give myself an extra stamina was really getting to me, if I can be honest, during that run. Though to be fair, it wouldn't have been that much of a problem if I noticed earlier that the reason why I was getting hit so much as soon as PCR was hitting 25% health was because my, I don't know what the tier's name is, that, removes your, it gives you, I think, essentially what, like 700 equip load. Yeah, that runs out. And so it turns my light roll into medium roll. I can't believe I spent that much time and didn't realize that, because I think if I had realized that, the PCR run would have happened like way earlier than, I ended up uploading it on the channel. But yeah, I think I think because you like to grind. Oh, you don't play on PC? I thought you did. Okay, and now that then makes sense that you can't take advantage of that. Yeah, that kind of sucks, because I'm not gonna lie, when you posted on your channel that you would use Skeptic Spice to you make a sorcery build on SL1 work. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to that one, but yeah, I guess. Although to be honest, I can tell you this much from at least my experience: sorcery builds in Dark Souls 2 kind of suck. Like, unless you're doing specifically hexes, you're using hexes to run through the game, I think they're fine. Because I'm not gonna lie, for some very bizarre reason, even Soul Spear does like terrible damage. At least that's what I found when I was playing Dark Souls 2 as a sorcerer build. Because that's how I played the game for the first time, and yeah, I was not doing the damage that I expected, Soul Spear to do. If I can be honest, like, it was a really grind for me. Though then again, I also was, I was complete noob, so I didn't even realize that, I just entered into the Broom Tower DLC at like level 50, I think, with only like great heavy soul arrows, up my sleeves. And yeah, that really sucked. But hey man, at least I managed to, beat Fume Knight at level, I don't know, I think I was level 60 or something when I, beat him with the +7 basic stuff. But yeah, that was a brutal fight for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the grind can definitely get insane. I'm not gonna lie, the hex build itself is, I'm not gonna lie, I personally have been like, I always feel like that, yeah, the potential of the damage with that build is pretty cool, but making that character is kind of hard, because I think that the way Hex's boost work is that it scales from both intelligence and faith, but it scales more from whichever of those two stats is less, right? I think that's how it works. I think there's an infusion in the game as well that kind of works the same way, right? Like, I think it's the simple infusion or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that definitely has always put me off from doing a hex build in Dark Souls 2, because like making your characters like your intelligence and faith, like leveling them evenly to the point where I can actually get some decent damage out of hexes is well, at least without proccing all the other boosts, that is, in the early game. Yeah, that has always been something that has put me off from doing that. But yeah, I guess at least it's better than, I think in Dark Souls 3, where I think dark magic doesn't scale from anything at all. Yeah. I've noticed that too. Early Rotten Farm is like much better than I thought it was. Because I do not know, I don't remember now at this point when I first, did the, I think it was when I did my LP on my channel for Dark Souls 2. There I, used bonfire settings on Rotten to get a lot of souls. I'm not gonna lie, I did not realize just how much Rotten actually gives you. I thought he wouldn't give too much because he was like a mid-game boss. But yeah, I guess he is a Lord boss, so it makes sense that he gives a lot of souls. But yeah. Hmm. 150 before last giant. Yeah, yeah, Dark Souls 2 definitely has that. You can become really OP early on. Like in Dark Souls 1, I would say like yes, the game was open, But you couldn't become OP, like, without, proccing RTSR and all that crazy stuff in Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 2, you literally just become OP straight out of the bat. I'm not gonna lie, like, do you know any person in this world that has ever, looked at the Majula hole in Dark Souls 2 and just did not just pump all their, level stats into vigor and then just, jump down from the hole? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I would be genuinely surprised if somebody actually went down the Majula hole the intended way, which was to go to the Harvest Valley and then, get that ladder guy to, install the ladder for you. Which, by the way, I think the ladders are kind of useless anyway. At least that's how I see the ladders. Like, they don't even take you to the, important places directly. You still have to, like, do all the falling down BS that you need to do. Okay, oh my god, I didn't even realize that we had like crossed through the third area. I got the previous two runs have already died on that, second area only that we were before. And oh my god, I'm so underleveled, except for obviously Qfed over here. That build pit killed you? Like what, did you forgot to put on the silver cat ring or something? Or did you did not had the vigor to just survive the fall? I'm not gonna lie, that's classic to be honest. By the way, can you do that trick with the Moglin where you parry him and then you use the parry animation to just to fall down directly? Like that's I think one way to oh the classic of always slipping. Yeah, that definitely has happened a lot to me as well. Yeah, that's a Majula hole classic to be honest. That has happened to like so many people so many times at this point. Like if people deny that, yeah, like it's hard to believe anybody who says that they never slipped on those freaking platforms. But anyways, yeah, by the way, if you fell down, was that like super early into the game or like you were like, pretty far into the game and then you fell down and then you have 1k hour on Dark Souls 2. Wow, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I ever can have, 1k hour on Dark Souls 2 personally. I don't think I have that much replay value for the game, at least for myself personally. It was after Lost Sinner. Okay, so a decent bit into the game then. Yeah, that must have really sucked then. What was that? Was that your very first run or was like your second or third attempt? Oh. Yeah, dude. I think that's why I also personally, because I also have like around 2,000 hours into CS:GO, and I feel like the only reason I had that many hours into that game because at the time, that's all I could really run. Because I also had a really crappy PC back in the day. Not that I regret having 2,000 hours in Counter-Strike. It was a fun time until I started to, I would say my eyesight started becoming weak, so I couldn't just, play the game as effectively as I used to. Yeah, that must have helped a lot, to be honest, because you would expect all the jank hitboxes. So to be honest, I would say this though. At least from what I was looking at, some people who were showing the hitboxes of Dark Souls 2, they kind of look, pretty well, to be honest. Compared to other Souls games, like Dark Souls 3 has like some jank hitbox on Soul of Cinder and, Osiris. But Dark Souls 2 doesn't really have that bad of things, to be honest. But yeah, dude, 1 hour in a, 1,000 hours in a Souls game, yeah, that would definitely, I think that would just set you up now for, Souls game destruction, to be honest. By the way, your Uchi Katana run would that just be like, what do you call it? You just using the Uchi Katana, or are you gonna use like all the katanas? Like, how many katanas are there? The Black Blade, the Chaos Blade, the Frayed Blade. Yeah, like especially for Dark Souls 2, I would say the hitboxes are definitely like a lot better than what people say. I think it's more of the ADP stat. But to be honest, I feel like it's not even more of ADP stat. Personally, in Dark Souls 2, the way it works is that each boss has such slow attacks that, even if you put 100 ADP, the timing is just really off if you're just trying to, directly roll into it. Like, one thing that I noticed when I was playing Dark Souls 2 is that as long as you treat the game like it's kind of similar to how Monster Hunter works, where instead of just rolling mindlessly into any direction and just, getting the timing right, you're supposed to dodge in a smart way where you dodge towards the direction from where the boss's attack is coming. That way it stays, a lot less within your character. I feel like if you just practice that, I don't think ADP even matters in Dark Souls 2 that much. Because, I don't think anybody's going to complain about the, lack of, I don't know, how much is it? 0.2 seconds of faster Estus Flask healing. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even believe people when people told me that, ADP actually buffs your Estus healing in Dark Souls 2 because it's such a minuscule amount. Another katana for the late game. I do not know what katana would you prefer using for the late game. I mean, if I have to answer, the most obvious answer would be the Frayed Blade, but the Frayed Blade is very, very late game, I would say. Though I guess the other one would be the Chaos Blade, though I'm not gonna lie, I think for somebody like you who likes to use RTSR, the Chaos Blade is actually like ideal. But hey man, if you can make it work, then it's not like it won't do a lot of damage. Because I think this Chaos Blade can be buffed in Dark Souls 3. I don't remember. I think in Dark Souls 1 you cannot buff it with the raisins and stuff, but you can in what do you call it? Dark Souls 3, right? I'm not sure. So that's what I remember in Dark Souls 1. Like, the Chaos Blade does a lot of damage, but yeah, the HP loss per hit is... that drags that weapon down pretty hard. Oh, this is your first time using a katana, huh? I don't know, it should go well, personally speaking. I mean, is there a bad katana in Dark Souls 3? I guess the one that you acquire, from the Grand Archives might be, because those are technically like, dual wieldy katanas. And those type of weapons don't really do that much damage. But yeah, I think the Uchi should do good damage. You did Uchi 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, Uchi should be a good katana, honestly. Like I think because like in Dark Souls 1, I think the only reason the Uchi and the Iato did more damage than the Chaos Blade was because the Chaos Blade could not be buffed, as I remember. But if in Dark Souls 3 it can be buffed, then I think it would be the better weapon. At least that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm not too sure. In Dark Souls 2, you tried using every katana. Dark Souls 2, every katana. What is the name of Sir Alon's great katana? I think it's called the Bewitched Alon sword or something. The black steel katana, the one that is used by those. What is their name? Alon Knights, right? You're talking about that one? I'm not gonna lie, I have only ever used katana in Elden Ring, and the only one I ever used was the Uchi katana. And yeah, it was enough for me to, know that katanas are broken. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Unsheath in Elden Ring is broken. Like, for a skill that is that fast and it does 30 freaking, stance damage, yeah, that's way too high. For a, skill that is that fast to cast and then, it does so much damage too. Dual Uchi with Frost and Bleed. The Let Me Solo Her build. That's pretty much what he had, right? I think he... What did he had? I think he had a Nagakiba and the Rivers of Blood, right? Which build? The Dual Uchi and Frost? I mean... What setup would it require? I guess you need Lords of Blood's Exaltation. Obviously, your RTSR is always going to be, that's always the GOAT. That will always come in clutch. I don't know. Does it require anything other than the standard bleed build? I'm not gonna lie. If it requires that, that's new to me. Oh, Magic Scorpion Charm. I guess, yeah, that would be cool. I guess that would be a cool build. Although, doesn't the DLC give you a very similar talisman to the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, which is basically the same thing, but it procs when Frostbite is proc near you. I think there's something like that in Elden Ring's DLC, right? I'm not gonna lie, I could be completely wrong on that one too. But I think there is something like that in the game. Yes, but it's the Madness version of that. No, I think there's a Frost version of that. I think there's a Sleep version of that too, as I remember. Because Cause yeah, when I was doing my SL1 run, I just just collecting like random talismans here and there, and I do remember I had one for the frost, I had one for the freeze, and I also had one for madness as well. So I think there's technically one for like each. I think what do you call it, status at this point. I do not remember the name though. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one for frost and sleep as well at this point in the game. Yeah, man, I guess Vicky would answer if I'm wrong or not on that one. Because I feel like I definitely had one for the, what do you call it, frost one too. Oh, there isn't? Alright then. That's my bad then. I thought I had one for frost. I don't know why. Not sure why they didn't make one for frost though, if they're making one for madness and sleep. Now that would honestly, although to be honest, like, do these what do you call it, Lords of Blood Exaltation and the Kindred of Rod Exaltation even stack with each other? I do not know, if I can be honest. Like, I use them, on my Godskin Duo, what do you call it, SL1 run, but I don't remember if they procced, both together at the same time or if they were overriding each other. It's buggy? Like what, do they actually stack? It would be very weird if they stack, considering they're both item buffs, right? I think that's what the talisman buffs are called. Okay, oh my god, they do stack, huh? Oh wow, that's okay, well, that is definitely something. Okay, so you can stack both of them, huh? My god, that would make something like what, the Ansper Rapier extremely broken then. Because you can basically just put bleed on that thing. Which, by the way, I have no idea why they even allow some weapon with innate Scar Dot buildup to be, infusible. I think that's a bit dumb, personally, but oh well. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was also looking at, some of the damage buffs we get in, what do you call it, Dark Souls 3, and yeah, it really isn't much. Like, aside from the clutch rings and the, what do you call it, the clutch rings, the, RTSR, Lloyd Sword ring, and Pontiff's right eye, we don't really have much, to be honest. Definitely a bummer if you ask me. Like, I think had they, implemented some nice buffs in that game, that would be pretty cool. By the way, I'm not gonna lie, I just, started paying attention a little bit over here. Oh yeah, thanks for hanging out, dude. That was a fun session with you, if I can be honest. Yeah, really looking forward to that Dark Souls 2 video, dude. I'm pretty sure it must be great to get those illusory rings. But yeah, anyway, see you. Have a nice, morning or night, whatever it is in your area. It's like really early in the morning for me, so yeah. But anyways, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize how badly screwed this run is. I had 60 figure and 40 ADP loss. 40 ADP? Wait, what do you need 40 ADP for? Don't you only need like 27 or something just to get like, the, what do you call it? The adaptability? Oh no, not adaptability. What is it called? I don't even remember. Oh wait, no, is it the ADP stat? Oh my god, I'm confusing myself at this point. Which one do you level up? Do you level up ADP or do you level up, what do you call it? The, I don't even know. Like, I think attunement also buffs ADP, right? I don't even know if I can. I just got confused on that one. But anyways, yeah, I didn't even notice that this run over here is kind of screwed. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, so ADP is the stat that we try to buff. Yeah. Honestly, can't really blame you for that one, dude. But yeah. I guess this is one Pokemon I can hit with Bulldoze. So I'm pretty sure she's just gonna switch back into Tangela, right? Let's see. Oh, she doesn't. Okay, a bit weird to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm genuinely surprised that this one actually made it this far. I was trying to level up Starly, but yeah, the fact that we don't even have a Staravia and we are in front of a grass gym is kinda bad, not gonna lie. Okay, my god, the Oddish is also doing like insane damage, personally speaking. Also, I just remembered that, yeah, Brutal Swing won't even give me the, what do you call it, attack drop. That, the whole reason I kept this move in. Because, yeah, we have sheer force on Q-Friend, so that won't even work. Alright, well, that is definitely my bad. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even paying attention to the run, if I can be honest. Not gonna lie, I need to do that, in order to actually get past this point, but any freaking ways. At least we can get through Oddish, I suppose. That's cool. Although I'm not sure if we can deal with that Tangela, because that Tangela is really a problem. Okay, Bellsprout. Maybe we can deal with this, honestly. I'm not too sure. Well, maybe not when it's doing, 11 damage to me and I do nothing. Okay, somehow survived this one. Never freaking mind. Yeah, I think this one is... this one is also going dead, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, is there a way to, what do you call it, 4 feet runs? I honestly don't even know, if I can be honest. Because yeah, I think that would just make this a little bit better. Because yeah, like, I don't think this run is gonna make it, personally speaking. Yeah, that is way too much damage on a, a bulky grass type like Shroomish. But anyways. Oh, not gonna lie, 3 runs and yeah, neither of them even made it past the 3rd part. Oh well, I guess you can't win them all, I suppose. But anyways, okay, I don't even know why Erika is doing now dumb things. Like, I literally cannot touch this Pokemon because it 4 times is grass. Though, hey man, if Bayleaf gets a lot of critical hits, it might be able to just pull us out. Especially because for some reason I think Bellsprout doesn't have a poison type move other than Poison Powder. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, I know its level up moveset is kind of crappy, but it can't be that bad. Well, honestly, it might be that bad. She just switched it out for Tangela. I think Tangela would actually do worse, considering Tangela has like no special defense. Unless this is holding Eviolite. Yeah, I don't think it's holding Eviolite. It has terrible special defense. But now we're left with the Razor Leaves, which I can't do anything. Okay, oh my god, are we gonna take this to a PP stall? Okay, please don't let me, turn this entire match into a PP stall, dude. That would be not cool. Also, does Tangela have synthesis? I don't remember if I saw it use it. I think Oddish used it, but I'm not too sure. Because if Tangela can heal itself right now, that would be bad. Oh, the Bayleaf is definitely putting in the work, dude. Holy crap, that was 3 crits in a row, right? Oh my god. Okay, I mean, that's something. Okay, oh my god, Mega Drain. I guess we need to dodge critical hits on Mega Drain, right? Because, yeah, we will not be doing any damage with Razor Leaf. Unless we score a critical hit. Yeah, I think we're doing exactly the amount of damage that Tangela is healing. Although we do have Synthesis, so we can try and heal ourselves. Although I'm not too sure. Maybe that's a bad idea, because if we try to heal ourselves, that kind of prevents us from going into overgrow range, which I think is the only hope of winning this. But oh my god, I think Bayleaf might just carry this run right now. Especially if Tangela just doesn't even click Mega Drain for some bizarre reason, to be honest. I don't even know why it's not doing that. Okay, oh my god. Okay, how is Bayleaf being the MVP right now? I'm not gonna lie, this run is kind of screwed because my levels are quite behind in this run, but somehow Bayleaf is just putting in the work, guys. I'm not gonna lie, never seen a Bayleaf do this much work. The best I can tell you of Bayleaf, when I've used it, is when I used it in one of my hardcore Nuzlockes against Claire. Because against a Kingdra, Bayleaf performed exceptionally well, but okay, cool. Okay, never mind. Bayleaf just freaking carried the entire gym on its own. Honestly, why did I even switch in my other Pokemon? I could have just kept Bayleaf in and just spammed Energy Ball and, Razor Leaf. Because that's all we ended up doing this, run anyway. But okay, where do we go now, though? Okay, well, first of all, we're facing a Nidorino, which probably knows Double Kick. So, dangerous for Q-Fent, but honestly, I do not know what else we can do, honestly. So, yeah. I guess, without further ado, let's go into it. So, at least, yeah, for this one, we should be able to just allow Q-Fent to come in safely. And now we just bulldoze this. And luckily, Nidorino doesn't even click Double Kick, which I'm pretty sure this thing has Double Kick by level 19, right? I think it learns it at level 16 or something. So another unfortunate thing is that for some reason our bulldoze was not even... I think because my Q-Fent has a minus attack nature, that's probably why, right? But I think that should have been a one-hit KO. Especially with sheer force boost. But anyways... Okay, we need to level up Staravia, or Starly to become Staravia. Okay, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, Razor Leaf kind of clutched with its critical hit rate. And we kind of don't even need Magical Leaf. So you know what, I'm just gonna ignore that for now and yeah, just keep going with what we have currently. Fido learns Baby Doll Eyes. I mean, I guess it's a better growl anyway, right? Because Baby Doll Eyes is always priority. Which, by the way, oh my god, we haven't even evolved our Pokemon just yet. We are so much behind. Yeah, we need to start leveling up everybody quickly because now our level cap is in the 30s and only one Pokemon is level 22 right now. Okay, oh my god. Okay, by the way, speaking of evolving Starly, here's our Starly evolving. Alright. I'm not even gonna lie, I was so blanked out throughout this entire run. I didn't even realize when, Chikorita evolved into Bayleaf. Okay, well, I mean, that's definitely something, dude. But anyways. Alright, maybe this one can actually make it past, honestly. Not gonna lie. Things are looking a little bit up. Alright. Okay, I think we definitely need to use Super Lure to, Okay, Steenie and Kecleon. That's quite the powerful duo, I would say. Okay, let's just use Rock Smash on Kecleon because Kecleon has very high special defense. And Steenie I can't even touch. So I guess I can just switch into Staravia and at least get one Intimidate off on these guys. Kecleon might do a lot of damage though, I'm not gonna lie, if he hits Staravia. Steenie hopefully does not use any fighting type moves, because even though it's not a fighting type, it does get a lot of fighting type moves. Okay, don't crit. Oh my god. Well, don't crit on Staravia. Thank god. And I would love, like Leon to just not hit the Staravia side. Never mind, it didn't do that. Okay, Rock Smash this. Hopefully we are faster than Steenie. I'm not sure. Okay, never figured mine. I just got the critical hit. Okay, not gonna lie, that's kind of bad considering we definitely needed Staravia to, stay alive so that he could have 3 level up. And, become a Staraptor. But, oh well, I guess we're not gonna get Staraptor this turn anyway because I think our level cap is only, what, our level cap is only 32. Okay. I guess in that case, I should probably try and level up Shinx, right? So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even sure if Shinx can actually survive a hit. Yeah, Brutal Swing hits everybody. Oh boy, I think we just have to go into Bayleaf over here, just not die instantly to Stainy's attacks. But anyways, although I don't know, is Steenie a good Pokemon to keep? Zarina is a bulky Pokemon, and obviously the Queenly Majesty ability can prevent, priority moves from happening, which I guess is something. Honestly, like, why is it that our Armor Tail and Queenly Majesty prevent priority moves from landing on the user? Like, what's the lore behind that? Anybody knows? I'm not gonna lie, some things in Pokemon just don't make sense. Also, I just clicked Reflect twice. Okay, that was my bad. I shouldn't have done that one. Hopefully that doesn't result in any punishment to me. I think this should just KO, right? Okay, thank god. Alright, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay, I think Shinx should evolve, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, my god. So now the challenge on me is how can I level up these guys to reach level 30s? Because yeah, that's probably what we need. Because I think it would be either a duo Pokemon boss fight, or it could be just gym trainer, or maybe an evil team leader. I think evil team is gonna start appearing in this game now, right? Yeah, that could be scary too, not gonna lie. But anyways, okay, my god, revive is costing so much, but I think I kinda need to do that because Staravia is like one of my best Pokemon. And just take X attack on this one. Okay, my god, I'm not gonna lie, Pawniard, amazing Pokemon, but it literally cannot do anything until it's like level 54. So yeah, I think we're just definitely gonna ignore that one, but anyway. Okay, we also have Rivalry on this Pokemon, which yeah, that would not be fun. I don't want to stay in on Paris, but to be honest, I don't really know what I can do. I don't want to switch it to Staravia because if Pawniard is faster than Cuvent, we are kind of screwed. Let's just go into Shroomish. Give that an experience at least, I suppose. Okay, to be honest, we could have switched into Staravia because, yeah, Staravia could have easily come in and KO'd the Paris. Especially if, Pawniard is just going to go for Fury Cutter. So to be honest, I'm not going to. I think AI in this game is a little bit cheaty because it usually is able to predict what we're going for. I don't know, at least that's how I felt it. But anyways, okay, roll out here and then let's see if we can, get Staravia to KO this Pokemon. Although Staravia would still probably, get low experience because like 3 Pokemon switched in front of this thing. But anyways, okay. Alright. Okay, cool. That Reflect on Bayleaf is definitely coming in clutch. Alright, I think this should be just... Okay, Cufant is so over leveled, it's actually faster than Staravia now. Okay, I mean, that is definitely something, dude. Alright, alright. That's my cue to just, start leveling up Staravia as much as possible. But anyways. Alright. I'm not gonna really like just to get some healing for, Staravia over here. So let's just take this. Okay, now I think we have an evil team leader, right? Oh no, we have this right here, okay. Yeah, sure, why not? These Pokemon usually are pretty high leveled, right? Yeah, and plus our rollout is still, built up, so You know, why not? Also, this Vivillon does not have the ability, not compoundize. I think it's called Tinted Lens, right? The one that raises that, what do you call it, effectiveness of not very effective moves. Anyways, should I try and catch this Pokemon, by the way? Let's see if we can get it. I think I could replace Shroomish with this, because I don't think Shroomish is serving too much of a purpose. Though I think I might be, you know, that might be a throw. So, you know what, let's not do that and just attack. Yeah, I don't think I want to risk too much on this Pokemon. You know, especially when it's scoring critical hits like that, so... Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. Alright, cool. That should give a decent XP to the entire team. Although, as far as I know, if you catch a Pokemon, that doesn't give you as much XP, right? I don't really know if I can be honest. But anyways, okay, let's remove Iron Defense here. Don't really need it. Okay, cool. Okay, Fido, you know, finally learns a, you know, good move to spam as well. You know, other than, you know, Covet, which is a normal base type move. But anyways, alright. Doesn't Luxray evolve at 30? I think we can get Luxray in this, what do you call it, in this area, right? Also, I would like to heal Qfent, but I guess, okay, I can heal him one more time. And I think I'll just apply the, what do you call it, Citrus Berry on him. Anyway, what is this? Yeah, here we go. Evil team leaders, Aqua Grunt. Let's see if they use water types or not. Okay, they use poison types. Okay, I mean, that's definitely something, but anyway, let's see. Okay, bite. Okay, thank God we didn't flinch. Hopefully this is just one shots. But obviously the minus attack nature, you know, starts to screw me over. But anyways, let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this Viper did way too much damage than I was hoping it would do. But nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Okay, oh my god, Qfent is definitely leveling up fast, dude. Holy crap. Okay, let's just remove that. We don't need that. Okay, Poison Powder. I mean, I guess I could combo that with... I do not know. I personally like the headbutt, what do you call it, headbutt, lead seed, stun spore combo. Anyways, okay. Also, Luxio finally gets to use its attack now, rather than, you know, use the weak Thunder Shock, which also comes from its weaker special attack. But anyways, oh my god, see? Okay, Linoon. Yeah, I think we just keep, you know, going. Anyways, was Rock Smash, you know, stronger than Bulldoze? Actually, yeah, it was. What am I doing? Yeah, because we can't even slow Loon down with this. Okay, let's see. Okay, Pin Missile. We resist that, but it just boosted its attack. So that's definitely scary, but luckily it only hit 3 times. Okay. Hopefully this is chaos. Okay, it does. Perfect. Okay, that was... those are strong Pokemon. I think we should get decent XP, right? Yeah, like, Qfent almost hit the level cap, I think. He's just that high above compared to the rest of the team. But obviously, Bayleaf is pretty close to him too. But anyways, okay, Lead Seed. I don't think we need Razor Leaf personally. I think Lead Seed with the Energy Ball, you know, is just good. But anyways, okay, cool. Does he have any other Pokemon? No, he doesn't. Okay, perfect. Also, he only gave us 576, okay. And Feather Dance, we don't need that. Let's just heal him. And Special Defense, we don't need this, so let's just take the Pokeballs, why not? Okay, Nidorina. I mean, it could fill the ground and poison type role, but to be honest, I kind of need, what do you call it? More answers to ground types. So, yeah. I don't think that's something that this Pokemon is filling up. But anyways. Okay, oh my god. Although I guess this is a little bit more bulky than Nidorino, right? Yeah, because Nidoking is the more offensive one, but Nidorina, or like, you know, Nidoqueen is more bulky. You know, more of a tank. So personally speaking, given how, you know, similar their speeds are, I don't think Nidoking is really surviving that many hits with its lower bulk. But anyways, okay. Okay, Dig is just weaker than Bulldoze on Qfent because of sheer force. Anyways, okay, work up. Alright, I mean, I don't think we need lick anymore. Let's just take work up. Because once this evolves to Darkspawn, that's a decent answer for us to, deal with fire types. But anyways, let's see. Okay, XP and Nugget. I think I would like to take the Nugget just for extra money. But first now let's take this and then let's take this. Okay, cool. And now we have to deal with Stainy, which I think now Staravia should be able to deal with this, hopefully. Previously we were lower level and we were much weaker. But now hopefully Staravia can just deal with this Pokemon. Because that's what I want. Okay, Plain Ice is probably going to lower my attack, right? Yeah. I guess we can still try and, wing attack. Especially when it goes for Magical Leaf. So to be honest, still doing like decent damage for a move that has existed. Coming from a Pokemon that isn't even a special attacker from what I know, right? I don't think Stainy is a special attacker. It's a physical attacker. So that's very good damage, honestly. My god, Match Staravia is so frail. Oh well, not much I can do about that, I suppose. But anyways, at least you're able to take that. Alright. Okay, what do we got? Rare Candy. Ah, yeah, sure, why not? We can use that on... Do I use that on Qfint or do I use that on Staravia? Let's use it on Staravia so that he can catch up. Okay, oh my god, we have like a shiny Stainy now. Okay, I mean that is definitely something, dude. But anyways, okay, and then I think we just Rock Smash. Why not? Just try and take out one of them. Although I don't think that, what do you call it? Qfint can actually take out one of them. Okay, oh my god, critical hit on Staravia. That's not cool. Let's see what the other one does. Okay, Razor Leaf again. Alright, that's fine. Although maybe not so, because now I think we're dead to a Rapid Spin or something like that. I'm not too sure. Okay. Okay, oh my god, it also healed itself. Alright, let's go for Wing Attack and then Rock Smash the shiny one. See? Okay, cool. Hopefully that gives us one level. Okay, never mind, didn't even do that. I mean, it gave levels to... Okay. Though to be honest, right now, shinies aren't that rare in this game because for 9 days, you have, I think, double the chance of getting shiny in the wild. So yeah, this isn't even that rare, to be honest. It would be a lot more cooler if we could find the shiny, what do you call it, on a normal day. Not on an event day like this. But anyways, okay, let's just continue to keep going. Alright, alright. Okay, we're getting close to the boss fight of this area, so that's cool. Let me just heal myself real quick here. So I don't want to keep Staravia this low. And yeah, I think that I will take this. Sure. Okay, Vivillon and Nidorino. Right, let's roll out this. Okay, for some reason they really are trying to attack the Qfint for, for some reason. Okay. I mean, to be honest, given the damage of that freaking peck, that is pretty scary too. Hopefully this is chaos. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Alright, that would do. That would do. But anyways, okay. Alright. Okay, Shroomish finally evolves into Breloom too. Alright, the team is starting to, come together. That's definitely good. That's definitely good. Alright, so what do you think will be the boss of this area? Last time we fought a gym leader. And I think it probably will be just a boss Pokemon, far as I can tell. Which hopefully, depending on whatever it is, we should be able to deal with. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure. But anyways, okay, let me just put on... yeah, I don't think we need Mega Drain personally. Like Grass Type, Meganium, or like, our Bayleaf is handling that pretty well. Okay, cool. Okay, let's Wing Attack and then roll out again, I suppose. Why not? We need to build up that rollout anyway. Okay, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, the poison procs from Poison Sting from the opponents have been very crazy this run. Oh, well, at least you can KO this Nidorino, I think. Anyways, okay, let's see. Alright, perfect. That... okay. Okay, actually, it did give me another level. I thought it won't. Okay, I mean, I will definitely take that. But anyway, who is the boss now? Let's see that. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, a super potion. Alright, let's just use this. And then use this too. And yeah, let's do that. And then I don't know, let's take Max Ether, I suppose. How much does Rollout PP have? Okay. Oh, but Rock Smash doesn't have PP. Okay, let's take that then. Oh, it's a Ninjask. I mean, I could try and wing attack it. Although its Fall Swipe is doing that much. That's only a 40 base power normal type move, by the way. That is scary as heck damage, not gonna lie. But anyways, okay. Let's see if wing attack can do something. It was already faster than me, right? I don't think this matters. Plus, we have, you know, if we can survive this fight, we can just quick attack. Never mind. Staravia is gonna faint again. Oh my god, I really wanted to give levels to Staravia, but it seems like the correct thing was to just switch. That was my bad. Oh well. I guess we really not need to hope that on the next one we can level it up. But anyways, to finish this off, yeah, we can just go into Qfint and just, you know, I don't know, roll out Bruto Swing, anything would work. Especially the Ninjask is only going for Fall Swipe for some bizarre reason. I don't even know why, but anyways. Alright, and somehow this really bad looking run has managed to actually survive. Alrighty, dude. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that. But somehow we are still, you know, kicking. But anyways, okay, I mean, what's the level cap here? 36? Okay, oh my god, it's also a grassy area too. Okay, 38. Alright, Staravia is still on the lead, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. Maybe we can just get our Pokemons to evolve in this area too, which is very good, honestly. And actually might be able to, you know, make something out of everybody over here. But anyways, I'll roll out that and then wing attack the Squadloon, which is 4 times weak. Alright. Okay, now we are starting to level up a little bit and, you know, getting a little bit of a footholding in this run. Okay. I might not stream, you know, much longer after this. But let's see if we can at least clear the forest out. I'm not gonna lie, that this has been something that I would say I have noticed, but we do the best in forests. Because apparently all the Pokemon that I've caught are just really good at bullying the grass type. Any other type and we start to struggle. Like even something as bad as rock type, you know, makes us struggle because our only resistance is just like Qfint, which is not ideal, obviously. Anyway, let's just level up Staravia, why not? Anyway, Deerling and Wormadam. Also, that Wormadam is bug grass, right? So it should be 4 times weak to Staravia's attacks. But anyways, okay, Deerling is normal type for some reason, so... Okay, oh my god, but it has double kick. Okay, that is scary, but hopefully that Rock Smash does good damage. And it's just 1 hit KOs, because yeah, this is 4 times weak to... what do you call it? Wing? Or like, you know, wing attack? But anyways, okay, cool. How is Fido not evolved into Darkspun right now? Not gonna lie, that's a bit crazy. Not gonna lie. But anyways, I don't think Quick Attack kills here, so let me just wing attack again. Plus Deerling for some bizarre reason attacking Staravia now. Okay, I mean, whatever, dude. I guess we'll just take that. But anyways, okay, cool. Alright, Staravia is also starting to catch up. That's good to see. Anyway, take the Aerialist over wing attack. It's the better move. And yeah, let's see if we can win. Honestly, what do you guys think? Do you think this is a winning run? I think it could, if we get a little bit lucky. Okay, this might give me my entire team a good XP if I can beat this, and also avoid the string shot. That is amazing. But anyways, let's see. I don't think this one-shots, but yeah. Doesn't one-shot, but allows us to, build up our, what do you call it, this thing? The rollout build-up. Also, my super, lure is about to run out, I see, okay. Need to be careful of that one a little bit. Anyways, okay, I think Qfen just evolves into Pokerogue here, which is very good, by the way. We definitely want that. But anyways, okay, cool. So now we have our final Evo here. Although, to be honest, we had Breloom that evolved into its final Evo. Just waiting on Darkspun to do that as well. And then also, Luxray as well. Because, I think Luxray was at level 30, right? Alright, I mean, that's cool. Okay, cool. Heavy Slam. Yeah, we'll always take that. Let's take it over Rollout, honestly. I don't think... Although, to be honest, Rollout is useful in this area. Brutal Swing is boosted by Sheer Force. Nah, to be honest, Rollout isn't really serving that much of a purpose. I feel like at this point, Pokerogue can definitely get more value with Heavy Slam. But anyways, okay, cool. Alright, Fido wants to learn Baton Pass. Actually, Work Up Baton Pass kind of sounds broken, not gonna lie. Alright, we can definitely try and make that work if that can happen. But anyways, alright, let's do that. Also, Fido is finally evolving too, okay. Speaking of, Fido evolving into Darkspun. Okay, cool. Yeah, these upgrades are definitely needed. But anyways, okay, what could be the boss in this area? I don't remember. Maybe our rival arrives here? The evil team leader definitely could be here too. But I think this might be a gym fight, at the end of this area. But anyways, let's see. What do we get? Okay, rare candy. I think I just pumped that into Staravia again, right? Just that Staravia can also reach its Staraptors, Staraptors level. But anyways. Okay, Spidops and Low Kicks. Okay, I mean, at least the good thing here is that at least I am, intimidating both of them being physical attackers. But anyways. Okay, who should I attack first though? Let's Heavy Slam the Stick Bug and Aerial Ace the Low Kicks. Why not? Okay, they're just trying to lower the attack of my Pokerogue just to make this thing annoying. Okay, I mean, that's whatever, dude. We can still try and deal with this. I don't think Quick Attack would kill though, right? Oh, but it is what it is. Should have targeted the Low Kicks, honestly, now that I think about it. Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, I guess I can still do that right now. Just take out the freaking Spidops. Alright, cool. Alright, okay. My god, Pokerogue is about to hit the level cap. Okay, I mean, that is definitely something. Also, Loki is just going straight for utility. Okay, I mean, that's cool, whatever. But anyways, Pokerogue should just get this. Alright, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, I would really like to get a heal on Pokerogue if I can. But anyways, let's see if we can get that opportunity. A super potion would be nice. But we get rare candies instead. Okay, I mean, that's whatever. Pump that level on Staravia. Anyways, okay, Scolipede and Breloom. We can definitely deal with the Breloom. I'm not sure about the Scolipede though. I mean, what else can I do really? Just attack the freaking... Okay, oh my god, that takedown dodge actually might be clutch. I don't know how much Scolipede would have done, but yeah, that probably would have been a lot of damage. But anyways, okay. Cool. Not sure how much Heavy Slam would do. Actually, that does a lot of damage. Let's see. Okay, oh my god, that critical hit sucked, if I can be honest. I think the Starly would have been able, the Staravia would have been able to, survive the crit and then just level up. But oh well, at least Pokerogue gets to level up to level 37, meaning it's just one level behind the level cap at this point. Anyways, Breloom learns Force Palm. We'll definitely take that one. I think we take that over either Stun Spore or... Yeah, we can take it over Stun Spore, why not? Both of them are going to achieve the same thing of trying to paralyze the opponent. Obviously, Force Palm is not guaranteed. Okay, I'm supposed to switch somebody in, right? Let's switch Luxio in, why not? I mean, the Luxio doesn't really feel like the right Pokemon over here, but it is the Pokemon that I would like to level up. But anyways, okay. Let's just raise the defense of Copperajah, why not? We'll take that, but anyways, okay, this is a boss fight. Okay, oh my god, it's a double ranger fight. Okay, well, this could go very rough, not gonna lie, but anyways. Salandite, okay, that's bad. And Skiddo, that is bad for, what do you call it, this thing, the Luxio. Okay, so I think we go into Darkspun. And then spark the Salandit, because the Salandit goes down, we can bring somebody in. Yep, well-baked body. This is our defense, right? Yep. Wait, did Skiddo just KO its own Salandit? I think it just did, right? Because, yeah, Salandit is 4 times weak to ground. Okay, oh my god, it barely survived. Alright, I mean, that's something, dude. But anyways, I mean, I will definitely take that KO, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that is definitely needed. But anyways, okay, cool. And now, I think we just play rough here. And bite? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, not sure how much this would do, but let's see. Okay, attack fell, that's good, because it's probably gonna click Bulldoze again, yep, just to hit my Luxio. Let's see if it succeeds in getting a crit. Yeah, because it needs one to actually KO me, so that's good. But anyways, okay, cool. Alright, bite this, and yeah, let's play it off again, and switch to... Honestly, you know what, why even do that? I don't think Skiddo can actually do anything. You just bulk up here and then just pass on some nice boost to Copperajah. Also set up some, what do you call it, yeah, reflect turns as well, just to, you know, rub the salt in there. But anyways, although I guess I'm also gonna give Copperajah this lower defense, right? Sorry, lower speed. Yeah, I guess that is also a problem. Okay, I'm not sure how much then I should pass them, considering that Copperajah doesn't even have that much health. But anyway, let's see. Alright. Let's do that. Okay, I think +2 should be enough, right? +2 attack, +2 special attack, and +2 defense. I think that should make Copperajah an absolute beast. Although you could also go for a third one, which why not? Let's energy ball this. Okay, it's time to basically crit through our reflect and defense boost at this point. Anyways, okay, whatever. Okay, it survived on 1. Okay, whatever. Alright, cool. Okay, I think now we baton pass here and then we energy ball the Skiddo again. Alright, we'll definitely take that one. Honestly, speed lowering at this point then actually helped get Copperajah in on the field correctly. Because otherwise Copperajah would be the one to take that Razor Leaf. Or you know, if this thing goes for a Bulldoze or Bulldoze crit, which would be bad, but anyways. Bad pass all those boosts to Copperajah. Although to be honest, we could have also given them to Prelude now that I think about it. Hit a spam Mark Punch and then pray that Morty isn't one of the gym leaders that we face in this area. But anyways. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need that, you know, super potion. So let's just take that. Alright. And now let's see what are we dealing with. Okay, Oricorio Pom Pom, I think it's called, right? Oh no, Pom Pom is... Wait, what? Oh. Okay, I mean, that's whatever. Attack Rose. That's a special attacker, so we don't care about that. Okay, Defense Rose is annoying for me. Okay, Special Attack Rose. That's the correct boost to give it, I suppose. Okay, oh my god, is this just an Omni boost? That's a psychic type move. But anyways, still does a lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, this thing is weak to dark, right? Okay, let's try this. Okay, this is like +2 attack. Okay, oh my god, it actually survives that, huh? Oh, special attack rolls, that is very scary, not gonna lie, dude. Especially when it uses Revelation Dance again. Ooh, okay, oh my god, dude. Chill out, man. Alright, cool. Somehow survived that one, but anyways. Okay, give me all that XP. XP that no longer helps me because I have hit the level cap, but anyways, whatever, dude. Oh, we're also getting Meganium, huh? Oh, wow. Remind me, this is only the second grass type starter, right? That we have evolved completely. Dang, dude. I'm not gonna lie, Bailey fan deserves that after it clutched out that second gym fight against Erica, because holy crap, that was something. Okay, Petal Dance. I mean, this Pokemon can use it, but Energy Ball is just better. Like, Petal Dance only has more damage. Otherwise, it's just a downhill move completely. Anyways, okay. Did they add any other Pokemon other than Oricorio Bomb Bomb? I'm not sure. Maybe let's see. Okay, Baton. Okay, that's a little bit funny, but anyways, okay. Just to heal here real quick. Okay, I think that should be good enough. Let's not burn all our money just yet. Especially when we are on the penultimate level for the boss, not even on the boss itself. But anyways, Heavy Slam, why not? Silk Trap, okay, what does that do exactly? I think that lowers the speed, right, if you make physical contact? Oh, never mind. Oh no, it actually does. Yeah, it does do that. Alright, that's cool. Luckily, Darkspan's physical attack boosts are coming in huge clutch. But any freaking ways. Okay, let's see how this one works. Okay, oh my god, hold up. Okay, Pounce. Bedroom can learn it, but Quick Claw maybe? Yeah, why not? Copperajah is pretty slow after all, but anyways. Okay, this is the second last Pokemon. Okay, I mean, that is definitely something, dude, but okay, I will definitely take that easy one. But okay, what's the boss this time around? I think it might be a gym leader. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, but first I guess we can see Luxio evolved into Luxray. That's good. Alrighty, dude, okay. Now let's see what the boss over here is. And I think after that I'll just call stream. I'm getting pretty tired, not gonna lie. Let's just heal him. And then... Oh, it's just a Spidops. Okay, I mean, that's as underwhelming as you can get, I suppose. But anyways, okay, let's see. Yeah. As I said, underwhelming. But anyways, okay, well, that is amazing. And yeah, with that, okay, Golden Pokeball, what does that do? Is that a Master Ball or something? I don't even know. But anyways, okay, and now we are in another random place with more grass type Pokemon. But yeah, we'll be continuing this on the next stream. So yeah, I'll just save quit over here, and yeah, this is where today's stream ends. So yeah, if you guys like what you see, then be sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. This week, I think I might be able to do 2 streams additional, or one stream tomorrow and then one stream day after tomorrow. But I'm not too sure. It depends on how tired I feel, doing that. Now, should I do Pokerogue on those streams, or do I do something else? I am not too sure, honestly. I kind of just want to focus on one thing so that at least I could get this done. But I'm not too sure on that one. I guess I'll find out what to do later. But yeah, until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all in the next one.